All right, man. Let's talk about Detroit Lions. It's a time for the Lions to move on to talking about the draft already. I so listen to 97 on the ticket a little bit today, and one of the people called in right. I forget the show that come on right before Mike Valenti and them, and pretty much said that you know that he was already looking at draft picks and these losses are good and. The host was like, one of the hosts was like, well, it's too early to be talking about the draft. No, it ain't. They need a quarterback. Right now they got a laundry list of injuries. Um, like I said before, I mean, well, you DeAndre Swift, we already know that, and DeAndre Swift and Tracy Walker. Walker gonna be out for a long time. Um, DeAndre Swift injured again. Josh Reynolds got injured. So so not sure what's the my right injury. Um but he didn't look good walking up out of there. So but they said it seemed like he'd be fine. So we'll see. We'll see what happened with Josh Reynolds as well too. But at the end of the day, they need a quarterback. So I mean, either you start liquidating some assets, um, even though he had a low Josh Reynolds got a low ankle sprain, so it ain't high. But either you start liquidating some assets and trade some guys and try to get picks to end up, trying to get a quarterback, and Lamar's the only one I can think of. You know, and I don't honestly think they feel like they got an issue at quarterback. I don't think they feel that way. I don't think they feel that way. But we know different. So at the end of the day, I mean, without DeAndre Swift, and then you got a whole bunch of other injuries. There's clearly a drop off from Swift, and there's clearly a drop off from Swift to Jamal Williams and Craig Reynolds. So there's clearly a drop off. Clearly. So but yeah, I mean, to me, dude, I don't see them being a playoff team. And it ain't because, oh man, CJ, they've been close and they're not gonna. It's just too many injuries coming into the season. And when you have those amount of injuries, then it's like you're gonna get more injuries. You're gonna get more injuries. That's a fact. The other injuries. They too injured. They too injured. For one, too many injuries, and you know you got a new play caller trying to figure it out, and Ben Johnson. And that game lets you know it's nothing changed with the Minnesota Viking game. It's nothing changed with the Detroit Lions. It's nothing changed. It's still SOL. People say, they blew the game yesterday, and I can't believe it, man. They had a lot of injuries. When you got injuries, there ain't no depth. Ain't no depth. Where's the depth at? So when you need to rotate a person in and you playing your starters so hard, they tired. They tired. They tired. They tired. So I think it's a smidget too early to start to talk about the draft. But I think one of the major requirements, for the draft is getting more durable players. They have to go get guys that are available. They can't take no more chances on guys that's injured or guys that had injury history. We've been doing that shit for the past 20 years. That time is come and gone. They need more durable people. And if Jared Goff is going to be the guy going forward, everything has to be perfect around Jared Goff, from the special teams to the defense to the offense. Everything has to be special. Everything. Everything has to be perfect. And then you still might not win it with him. So if you're talking about priority number one is draft durable players. No more injury prone motherfuckers. No more. Excuse my language. No more. And quarterback is the priority still. The rebuild don't start till you get a quarterback. That's still the priority. Then you start looking and say, where else do they need to get better at? In the middle of that defense. And apparently, they need a running back that they can depend on. They need a running back that they can depend on. So I think it's a smidget too early to start to talk about, to start to talk about the draft. But they play Seahawks next week. They lose that game, then yeah, start talking. It's time to start talking. They lose that game next week to the Seahawks. It's time to start talking and tanking. You got to win. You don't have to be worried about going 0-16 or being the first team to go 0-17. It's start to start tanking. It's start to get your board together. And like I said, you got to give Brad Holmes some time. But the number one issue with the Detroit Lions is durability. Is it the training staff? Is it the strength and conditioning coach? But then again, they took two injury-prone players. We didn't know that they knew Levi Onwuzurike had a back problem into this season. Braham said we kind of knew. We didn't expect him to do much last year, and we got to be patient and all this type of stuff. You're like, what? So, but they lose this Sunday, which I won't be covering this game to probably the next day. I'll be at a wedding, so don't expect much from me. I'll be paying attention, but you don't get a video till later. But 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 moving on, they lose that game. Gotta be talking about draft. You gotta be talking about draft. So we will see, but I think it's a smidge too early. But a loss next week, it's right on time. Pistons, I think they kick off October 4th for preseason. They got an open practice. They have an open practice Sunday, which once again I'll be at a wedding. But yeah, I think it's a smidge too early. But you gotta start talking about those possibilities, and I think Brad Holmes don't see it the way we see it. If they're not gonna go quarterback, then he got to be perfect. And that's one of the issues in this league, bro. That's one of the big issues in this league. These GMs don't believe in their faith to identify and draft a quarterback, so they stick with guys like Kirk Cousins and Jared Goff. They stick with those guys, and scared to go out there and find the answer. You see it all the time. The Browns had the opportunity to get rid of Baker Mayfield and get Deshaun Watson. They jumped at it. I mean, Atlanta, they lost Matt Ryan, but you didn't lose much. If it ain't working, man, they seem to have a lot of loyalty to quarterbacks because they don't believe in their ability to draft them. And like I said before, the Lions are not going to be in the – if Bryce Young is going to be the number one quarterback or Stroud, whoever the hell y'all like, they're going to be just good enough not to be right there. I'm telling you how this is going to play out. They're going to be just good enough. They're going to be just good enough not to get them. And that's why you start talking about, well, should they start liquidating assets? And absolutely, guys like TJ Hawkinson, I mean, who's virtually a no-show this season. He got one touchdown. I don't know if it's him or Jared Goff. I mean, start trading while he got some value. Start getting these picks together so you can move around and do what you want to do. That's why last year they should have just went on and took some fucking body. That's why they should have just went on and drafted somebody last year, but they didn't. That way, you could have said you could have justified sticking with Jared Goff. Say, well, when Willis ready, or when Howell ready, or when Pickett ready, or whatever the hell it is, we can justify. They moved up for a receiver that's injured. And can Jared Goff even get him a fucking football down the field is the question. Just so many questions, bro. So many questions, but hey, that is what it is, man. Let me know what you girls and guys think. I think it's a smidgen too early, but but if they turn around and and lose Seattle, then we could talk about the draft, and that's just gonna be in full effect. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Take Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $, CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree, find everywhere. So appreciate y'all. Just let me know what you think in the comment section. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist for more videos like this. Peace.